I'm gonna ask all of you one question, because I know I'm not alone. Do you ever feel like there's a part of you that doesn't feel complete? Like there's something missing in your life? Well, that's been me for a while now.
I'm 24 years old and I'm a newly graduated dentist. For some, that's a lifelong achievement, and I'm not here to say it's not. It definitely is. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I've come this far in life. In the end, I chose this path for a reason. But before going into dental school, I had another dream. It's been a passion of mine from a young age, and no matter what achievements I've achieved so far, this feeling of incompleteness has always lingered around. I do believe one can have multiple dreams in order to feel complete. And although I've reached and accomplished one of mine by becoming a dentist, my love towards creation, filmmaking, documentation of my life and memories, and making something out of it by starting a YouTube channel has never really been achieved. Not because I was in dental school and I had no time. That's no excuse, because if I really wanted something, I would have found the time to do it. Instead, I never achieved this dream because my own internal insecurities has been inhibiting me. It honestly took me a lot of courage to admit this, because deep down, it was embarrassing for me to even say that I feared what the people around me would think if I was to start a YouTube channel. But this has been the reason I never really pursued this dream. You see, society has shaped our brains to view certain things as normal and abnormal. But the older I get and longer I wait and let this fear take over my life, the more I fall into the very thing I'm trying to escape, which is this silly and artificial idea, this man-made social norm.
This unintentional control the people around me can have on my life, it's actually crazy how powerful it is. Growing up, I would create films with no shame or fear of what the world would think. It wasn't until I started getting older, I started feeling this insecurity of mine. And I know I'm not alone on this. There's a lot of people out there who feel the same way.
So here I am today. I'm on this not so typical gap year where I'll be pursuing my dream by getting out of my comfort zone, opening up on camera, creating something out of my passion, and taking the risk of starting a YouTube channel, no matter how weird it may seem to the people around me.
I'm going to be traveling a lot, but it's not to places I haven't been before. In fact, it's places I have been before. This quest, I'm calling it, isn't to find myself or experience new things by traveling the world. It's a journey where I'm going to be achieving the other half of my dream, but at the same time spend time with my loved ones who are pretty much scattered around the world, hence the traveling. I set out 10 goals for myself, and one of them is to start a YouTube channel. I wasn't sure what to make videos on for the longest time, but I finally decided to make a series of my 8-month-long gap year, where I'll be documenting my memories and my journey during this time off from school.
I physically wrote down these goals on paper because once they're written on paper, they become real in this world. And it's just the first step to make these goals a reality. I will do all in my power to reach these goals. And if I was to reach these 10 goals, that lifelong feeling I've had of incompleteness would go away, because I would finally be creating something out of my passion. These 10 goals consist of a variety of things, all serving a purpose to push my life forward. So for those of you watching and resonate with me, and you've always felt like you've wanted more in life, join me on my journey, or quest, and maybe you could learn something or find some inspiration by getting out of your comfort zone. So going back, the big question I asked myself was, what could I do about this empty feeling I've been having? I finally decided that once I graduated dental school, I'll take a year off to focus primarily on the other half of my dream. It's been years in the planning, and finally, it all starts now.
Yeah. My next journey is Madrid.
So here I am, my first stop, Madrid, Spain, where I'll be visiting my brothers who are still studying here. In fact, another one of my 10 goals that I wrote down was to visit my loved ones. Anyways, thanks for watching to the end of the video. I promise there's a lot more coming, and bear with me because editing takes forever. See you later.